Alright, so I'm on the fourth set of questions now. Most guys who have been beat up by a girl know what it's like to get kicked in the balls. So that's what this interview is about, getting kicked in the balls. Do I like kicking guys in the balls? I've never really legitimately kicked a guy in the balls. So I'm not sure, actually. My favorite part, what do I like best about it? So a lot of these questions won't apply to me. If I was gonna kick a guy in the balls, I probably would like to get. I probably like to use like the top of my foot or my shin, or maybe do like a push kick with the flat of my foot like directly into the crotch, something like that. But to get like really underneath the balls, I feel like the top of my foot straight up, slash my shin, however deep in there I could get. I feel like that would be ideal. Um, Strategy for racking a guy without him blocking or dodging. I've never had to deal with this, so I don't know. Um, First time ever kicking balls, like not really ever. Describe the most memorable ball busting experience. Um, Even the session I had that was kind of ball busting, it wasn't really like I was very much pulling my kicks. Um, I wasn't sure, like, I had no reason to want to hurt the guy, so I did, I just went, I kind of gauged it based on how he was reacting, so I did it as hard as he seemed to want me to do it, but I wasn't trying to, like, maim him, obviously. So I just kept going harder and harder. I started out light, and I, like, kind of gauged it and increased the pressure as I kept kicking, and kind of leveled out at a pressure that seemed to be what he wanted. Um, the ways he reacted, he sounded like he was in pain, but he could deal with it. And I mean, obviously, it's what he wanted. So, do I like ball busting guys in sessions? Since it's only been that one session, I don't remember it very well. Like I've basically described everything I remember about it. I can't say that I liked it because for me it was just weird, like trying to, because I know that's a really sensitive area for guys, so I didn't want to, like, you know, put them away, like put them in the hospital or anything, so I was just concerned for him more than anything, honestly. So I can't say that I particularly like it. Like, I don't mind. I'm like, well, if you want me to kick you in the nuts for a freaking hour, I'll kick you in the nuts for an hour. Just, you know, don't die or anything. As an adult, have I ever kicked a guy in the balls? No. And I guess I'll just go ahead right into the fifth set of questions. Besides in sessions or in martial arts, have I ever in my adult life beat up a guy? No, I've never had to use my training in real life. Um, I've play fought with a friend. That's about that's the only thing outside of martial arts and sessions, like me play fighting. Uh, he's a big dude too. I call him Chocolate Hulk. He's freaking huge. Like, he's one of those guys with like arms like as thick as your neck. Uh, Probably solid. I don't know. I would give him like a solid 250, maybe more. Solid 250, 275 maybe. I don't know. He's thick. It was hard to gauge how much. And like, he was the kind of thick where you could tell he was muscular, but he also had like a good layer of fat over him too. So he was just like a big dude in general. Like I said, Chocolate Hulk. Uh, so I actually beat him the first time we were like play fighting because I did one of my jujitsu tricks on him, so he didn't really know what he was dealing with. So I got him. But then once he figured out that, then he just let he basically could just lay on me, and I couldn't really do anything about it, obviously, because he's huge. Um, so I could like struggle and squirm, and that was about it. And jujitsu, or in MMA when I beat guys, usually they're cool. There's been a couple of guys where I could tell they have a problem with being beaten by a girl. So there's that one guy. While I was in college, actually, there was a guy that I rolled with, and I got him in a submission that basically is usually a result of them doing something wrong, but I forced it. So technically, he didn't do anything wrong. I just put him in that position. So when you're trying to choke someone from behind, he was trying to choke me. He was trying to get me in a rear naked choke. His legs were across my front. And so you're not supposed to cross your legs. Like, that's a big no-no. If you're trying to choke someone out, you're not supposed to cross your legs in front of them. You don't want to do this at all. You want to either have them apart and hooked in their legs, or you want to do like a figure four, and have your leg outside their legs so they can't like grab your ankle. So what happens if you cross them, they can bear down on the top leg and it hurts like heck. Like, you can basically break their shin, or it'll feel like you're gonna break their shin if you cross your legs. So what I did was I crossed his legs for him, and then I did the submission. But I mean, well, hey, it is what it is. But he tried to say that I did something illegal, that we're not allowed to do that, or something like that. And that's not true. Like, you're not supposed to cross your legs, and if you let me cross your legs, then that's still on you. Like, you shouldn't have let me cross them. So I feel like he was trying, like, sometimes guys will try to justify losing to a girl, that the girl cheated, or that something crazy happened, or something weird happened. But honestly, I could have beat him in another way. That's just happened to be, like, one of my favorite things that I like to do from that position, because I kind of like when a guy tries to choke me, and then he ends up getting submitted, and, like, I'm like, you're in the dominant position of power, and you just lost. So I guess I do kind of like humiliating guys in that sense. But also, he was silly for saying that, so it's whatever. Then there's a guy who's super hard. He's like really crazy. Like, he's really aggressive when he rolls, and sort of all over the place, and kind of dangerous, honestly, because he moves a little bit too fast. I feel like it's like he's trying to hurt you when you're rolling. So I actually didn't like rolling with him. I held my own against him, and I felt like it would get worse because I held my own against him, and because he wasn't getting submissions on me. It's like he got even more violent and rough with me, and I was like, oh man, like, he's not getting submissions, but I feel like he's just trying to hurt me in general, because he's just like doing the most. So I actually kind of avoided rolling with that guy after a while, because I felt like it was something to do with his ego that he couldn't beat me. And that, I also submitted him with that same submission, the ankle thing. When he was trying to choke me, I got the ankle thing on him, so I think he was pissed off from that. So yes, I can sense their humiliation, because they whine and they complain and they really try hard to beat me later. Extra hard, like, to the point of, I can't roll with you because I feel like you're just not doing real jiu-jitsu anymore. You're just trying to, like, be painful. Do I ever say or do anything to increase their humiliation? No, not really. I mean, I'm obviously happy that I won, but I don't say anything further. I don't say, oh, look at you, you're pitiful, you just lost to a girl. Like, no, I'm not a dick. I'm pretty nice. Does their humiliation do anything for me? Yeah, it gives me a temporary little boost. Like anytime you win anything, basically, you feel good about it. You're like, oh yeah, I won. Woo. So that, in that sense, yes. Does it give me a rush? I would say it gives me a little bit more pleasure than just the average I won something. Because it makes me feel like, I don't know, it validates that I'm strong. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel a little bit powerful. So I would say I get a bit of a rush in that sense. I remember a lot of times when I thought it was amusing that a girl thought she could beat me up. In the exact moment when realization hit me that not only could she beat me up, but it was happening. Have I ever seen that happen? I can't say that I have. seen that in person, honestly. So no, I can't describe it. Would I describe myself as dominant? Is that just part of my nature? I would describe myself as dominant. Yeah, as I said before, I made that decision at a very young age that I was going to be strong and I wasn't going to be bullied or picked on. So to this day, I've always been that way now. I'm not sure if it's I guess it's part of my nature, but honestly, it's hard to say it's a part of my nature because I remember deciding it. So if I hadn't made that decision, like, would my nature still be this way? I don't know. Nature versus nurture? I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm one of those, you wouldn't really expect me to be dominant per se, because a lot of times, people see my face and they think I'm sweet and innocent. But then I have my martial arts background. And I don't take crap. I'm like the type of person, I don't take crap from people. If you're wrong, I'll say you're wrong. I'll point out that you're wrong. And, I don't have a problem with calling people out or hurting someone if I feel like it's necessary, or like they're attacking me or they're attacking somebody else. I don't have a problem with, showing them what's up. Do I think that's a big part of why I can beat up guys? Yes, you have to have the mindset that you can beat up guys. If you don't think that you can beat up guys, then you're probably right. How can you tell when a guy is inferior to you? I can tell from their size. I can tell from their general, like just looking at them. If they look small, yes, I can probably beat them. If they look like they don't work out, yes, I know I can probably beat them. If they look big but just soft, or if they do work out but they're still smaller than me, it gets iffy there. But for the most part, I can tell by looking at a guy if I could beat him up or not. Also knowing that the vast majority of guys have no actual training or skills. Even if they're strong, I can beat up some of them too, because a lot of guys fall back on their strength, that they're stronger, and so that automatically means they're going to win, but they don't realize that there's numerous techniques to use against a stronger opponent, and you'll still beat them. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If someone just knows more than you, if someone has experience, you're still going to lose. So guys that are overconfident or cocky, those ones are the ones that usually will lose as well. It's the ones that are intelligent, the ones that know their limitations, the ones that actually have some training, those are the ones that usually will beat me, which I've only met not very many of those guys. How is beating up a guy compared to beating up a girl? It's more satisfying. Beating up a girl is kind of easy. I hate to say it, but a lot of girls are not strong. And it's not because, I don't think it's because they're girls, it's just because I feel like girls are just trained to have this mentality that they're not strong, and I never let that stop me, so, but I realize I'm in the minority. Like I said, I decided to be strong. So, if more girls decided they wanted to be strong girls, I don't think it would be as big of a thing, but yeah, a lot of girls they have no desire to be strong, or they don't think it's going to happen anyway, so it's not really fun beating them. It's I don't know, it's like beating a freaking mouse. It's well, obviously. But guys almost always think they have a chance at least, so, and they try really hard. So, that makes it a lot more reward to beat a guy. Alright, so that's the end of this section. I'm going to go ahead and make a different video for the next section.